that's the name of the game. Keep running, keep striving, maintain the same hunger, that fire, that burning desire. In this long run, I'm reaching higher, live. Long run, yeah, a long game. Through the struggle, through the pain, I keep my eyes on the prize, never lose sight. In this marathon of life, I'm running through the night.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm having a few technical difficulties here, but I think, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, Dwight? Yeah, I was coming back. I said I would come back soon as Coach Deboer. Thank you, Stephen. Soon as Coach Deboer was through having his say, I was going to come back. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, good. I told everybody I was going to come back. Sorry for the abruptness of ending. I wanted to hear what our coach had to say. They didn't do this like they did it yesterday or the past 2 days. But for those of you that literally saw it, if you were watching, and as I do this, and you all know that it will be on YouTube as a recording. One of the things that I do know, and that's this here, the key word is continuity. Continuity. That's all Coach Deboer talked about. I'm not going to be on here long, but the key word is continuity. He talked about, and if you were listening to, and I was about to talk about it in the previous show with the Miller's Edge, but he did not deviate from the script at all. And thank you, Dwight, for hipping us to that from yesterday and bringing that to our attention, and that he was on the Miller's Edge. And if you had a chance to listen to the Miller's Edge, basically Coach Deboer gave his speech yesterday to the Miller's Edge, and he said the same thing today at SEC Media Day. He talked about the importance of continuity. He talked about the importance of everybody being on the same page. The coaches be on the same page. The players be on the same page. The staff, everybody has to be on the same page. And it was just a great interview. He said a lot of different things. I went, and even from this morning, and I was telling LaToya in the earlier chat that I went back and listened to Coach Deboer's interview from yesterday upon getting on the show this morning earlier, and we just I was just impressed. I was impressed with his from year one to year two attitude. I was very impressed by it. Exactly, Stephen. Consistency or consistency, continuity, physicality. He talked about those three things, about all of that. And then one of the things that I liked about is he did not shy away really from anything. So there are a couple of things that he brought up that I was very, very impressed with. So, I'm scrambling trying to find all my stuff here. I was taking notes and trying to remember and this, that, and the third. And so we're just going to kind of give some highlights here. But one of the things he talked about, continuity, will be in the, it's the word of the year for them. Continuity in the staff, the addition of Ryan Grubbs, player experience is going to be key for Alabama this year, and understanding the expectations. Not so much just the expectations of the wins and the losses and this, that, and the third, but understanding the expectations of a person doing their job. If you do your job, what's up, Governor? Good morning. Yeah. Hey, good morning, KT. What the business is? You know what the business is. Yes, KT, I think he's more confident this season, especially with Grubb being in his back pocket again. Exactly. And let me, I'm going to put that on the screen right quick because I want to, while we're on that right quick, I want to highlight that just a second. Here we go. Governor, you doing okay? I believe you are. Good. Remember, he said, I said, the understanding of the expectations. And when you look at factor in what KT said, and I think he's more confident this season, especially with Grubb being in his back pocket again. You have to go back and listen to the fact that yes, Grubb did coach with him a lot of years, but there were also some times when Coach Grubb was not there. But yet and still they communicated. They talked all the time. Even when Coach Grubb and Coach Deboer were not on the same sideline, they could be in different places, but they talked all the time. They exchanged ideas and all that kind of stuff. That's what relationships do. So yes, KT, you are exactly right. That now that I've got him here, plus I have him here with a year's experience in the NFL, that's going to help my cause. That's going to help the cause of Alabama. So some people are upset. Some people are still upset because he didn't take it last year. Okay, but we have to remember, things happen and don't happen for reasons. We have to bear that in mind. You can't live life for a person. I ain't meaning to go there. You can't think for them. Just because their decision doesn't equal your decision doesn't make their decision wrong and yours right. It just makes you different. And so therefore, I'm just saying that not having Ryan Grubb for last year could have been a help and a start. Now I'm going to address something. Y'all know how Piano Man is. I don't run away. I don't shy away from nothing because like I tell you all the time, I'm no expert. I just know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm not persuaded by this thing that people are running around saying that the reason he didn't come was because of Jalen Milroe. No, that had nothing to do with it. The reason that he didn't come is because of the fact that he didn't come. Ryan Grubb did not come last year because the NFL was calling. Most coaches want to go to the NFL. That's the top of the mountain. So he saw the opportunity and he went. He took it. It is what it is, folks. And so even down to, let's just deal with just Jalen for a minute. In both interviews, on the Miller's Edge and even on today in the SEC media, not one time did Kalen Deboer bash Jalen Milroe. The most of your bashing is coming from fans. That's where your bashing is coming from. Fans, sportscasters, podcasts, content creators, folks who claim they know ball and folks who don't know it. That's where your bashing is coming from. He talked about the things that Jalen could do well. And Jalen did those things well. But then there were times, Coach Deboer said just a few minutes ago, that when teams take away the good part, those things that you can do well, yes, you're going to struggle. Sure, you're going to struggle. That's part of it. And so Coach Deboer talked about that this year is going to be more continuity. I like the way, and JB, you're going to like this right here. He talked about the fact that they are detailing things. They're detailing, they're breaking things down. Sounds to me like from JB's standpoint, when he and I are in the conversation, it sounds to me like there's been some film study, that they're breaking things down. Not only are they breaking it down in the film room, but then they're taking it out and they're breaking it down even at the next level of execution. So all of this came from Coach Deboer on the Miller's Edge yesterday, that they're breaking them down. But then JB, but the other part of that is but you also have to understand, he talked about this today too, and I didn't realize that. See, all of this, when you're trying to implement stuff, all of this was going on in the month of February. Yes, he got there in January, but they had a lot of stuff that they didn't even have a whole coaching staff assembled until February. Spring drills opened up in March. So they're behind in everything. That's no excuse. But some of that stuff, it came back to haunt them. And that's the way that it went. This year, you're starting afresh. You're ahead in the game. Okay? And so he said that he addressed like critical moments. Like Bama lost 3 games last year by 1 score. We lost to Vandy 40-35. We lost to Tennessee 24-17. We lost to Michigan 19-13. But then by that same token, AAA, what's up, Carla? But then by that same token, there were 2 games that we won by 1 score. We beat Georgia 41-34, and we beat South Carolina 27-25. So I get what he's saying, that because the lack of continuity in the critical areas, in the red zone, and the this, the that, and the third, it causes us to lose games. But also that lack of continuity almost caused us to lose games too, where we hung on and we won. So continuity seems to be the word of the fall camp, that this team is going to be more together. The coaching staff, players, everybody associated with Alabama football, the Crimson Tide. Continuity seems to be the main focus, and I can live with that. I can live with that. I'm just being honest with you. I can live with that. When they interviewed both Deontay Lawson. Now, I didn't hear Tim Keenan, but I heard Caden Proctor and Deontay Lawson. I'm gonna tell you what they did, man. Caden Proctor is smart. Caden Proctor's he's smart. Now, whether they coached him or told him what and what not to say or not, here's what I gathered. This guy was interviewing Caden Proctor, then just went on, talked all the way around the barn to come in at the door. And then he said, it seems like Ty Simpson is going to be the starting quarterback. Tell us more about Ty. Thank you, Stephen. Proctor did well, because he floored me with this one. He said, well, right now, we have a 3-way battle going. And all 3 of them are doing well. That's why I was saying, what's up, Twister? Double L, what the business is. He said, and it's going to be all the way up until the start of the season. And that's how it went. And it shut that down. Then when they came back and asked Coach Deboer about it and everything, he said, we have 3 quarterbacks. He said, but if the season were to start right now, he said, yes, Ty would be the guy. But he didn't just definitively say, he's my quarterback. He said if the season started. So therefore, I told you all that even in a prior interview, he made the statement that, hey, there has to be improvement for all three. There has to be improvement for everybody. That's what he was saying. Guess what? On July the 16th, 2025, honest to goodness, and those guys on the set of the SEC Media Day was in a kind of sort of way complaining about it, and still saying he didn't answer the question of who's going to be the quarterback. All I'm going to say to everybody, let the coaches do their job. Let the coaches do their job. Let them do it. I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be just fine. And I will say this. I'm going to say this. He did not rule out Austin Mack. He did not rule out Keelan Russell. And he did not write in Ty Simpson. He just said, if. Yeah, it's all words, but JB, but by that same token, I'm excited because of the fact it's Alabama. I'm excited because of the fact that I'm listening. It may just be all words, but they're saying the right things too. Because as a former and as a former player, and you know it, JB, as a former player as well, there are just some things you just don't answer. You just have to come on out and prove it on the field. He knows all about that standard. He talked about the fact that he's very well aware that he's still ticked off that they didn't do as well as they could have done last year. But there ain't nothing you can do about that now. There's nothing we can do about that now. All we can do now, when I say we, I mean all the team can do now, is focus on today and let's move forward. Let's move forward. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow might not ever be ours. All we can do is focus on today. I think he handled it well. The confidence seems to be there. It is his team. I also like the fact that, now I didn't hear anything, but nobody brought up Coach Saban. Finally, you leave that alone. If Coach Saban wants to come back, that's strictly on Coach Saban. That's on him. That has nothing to do with what Alabama is doing right now. Nothing. This is Coach Deboer's team, and he knows it. And I'm gonna tell you something else. The guys have whatever it is, these guys have brought into it. What's up, Bama? Bama in 2025, what the business is. I'm telling you now, it wasn't no stuttering, sputtering, evading issues and questions and this, that, and the third, because really he did not. He answered the questions. He gave a calculated answer, and that was that. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it like I was saying to if I was talking to one of my friends. Bama is sitting in the best seat of all. Really, really, they are. Alabama's sitting in the best seat. Why? They know they have something to prove. They know that the standard is still that they're still the standard. People are still trying to get to where they are. And folks are just saying because Coach Saban is gone and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Y'all heard the story. I ain't even got to go through all of that. Alabama's done. Coach Deboer is in his own little way saying in a Lee Corso voice, not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. Yeah, I mean, they and I think that they're going to come with it. And they're going to be okay. I think Bama's going to be okay. That first game, hold on for just a second. Okay. That first game against Florida State, they know how important that game is. They also know Florida State's going to come with it too. So this is going to be a game, and like what they were saying on the set of the SEC network there are some first games that are going to be crucial for everybody. We've discussed it. We've had our spiel on it. We've had our say about it. We've all said, yeah, that Alabama-Florida State game will be important. They make the statement about LSU, Clemson, Texas, Ohio State, Auburn and Baylor, Notre Dame and Miami. There are going to be some awesome games week 1, 2025. So everybody put your seatbelts on. Let's get strapped in, all that kind of stuff, because I'm telling you now, it's going to be something to see. But I was very impressed with our coach today. I was very impressed. Deion didn't do it in Colorado. Nah. And Colorado ain't Alabama either. But don't talk about – now it's not a new environment anymore. It's not a new environment. You've been there. You got your feet wet and see. And then the thing about it is now, and you're right in what you're saying, now it's just time to come with it. And they know this. Like I said, I'm listening to him. I listened to him on the Miller's Edge. I listened today. They know what time it is. And I think and everybody involved with the program knows what time it is. And I believe that quietly he's saying, okay, define dominant. Because I said that about Georgia and Georgia fan, and I get hopped about that. So define dominant. Because I've said the same thing about Georgia. Now, if you say dynastic from a dynasty standpoint, you may have a key, but dominance runs in many in different fashions. Yeah, no excuses. We don't want to hear no excuses. There won't be any excuses. And I see, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. I don't know about y'all, but I know we all sit in different seats, and we see things from different lenses. And I respect every lens that somebody says something from. But from where I'm sitting, I see this quiet storm in Deboer. There's this certain, yeah, he's. I'm not gonna say he's soft spoken, but he ain't that boom boom pow. But I guarantee you, in his heart, and it translates to his players. And there's a certain way that he goes about doing it. Okay. And I believe his players understand. And he even talked about that the reason that nobody left that nobody hit that transfer portal, he said he credited it to his players and the staff. He didn't take no credit for that. You know, the best team in the nation. So what's up, Zach Pitcher Gaming? So, okay. So, Brandon, who is the best team in the nation? When you're talking about dominant, who's the best team in the nation? Because if that's the case, you're not going to convince me that Ohio State was the best team in the nation. If you're talking about dominant, Michigan beat them, Oregon beat them. It's just like when I think, here we go with my soapbox again. When I think of the word GOAT, I've said, and I'm going to continue to say it, Tom Brady is not the GOAT. No, he's not. He went to all those Super Bowls, but he lost. He lost them. Joe Montana went to 4 and lost none. Who has the better record? Michael Jordan went to 6 finals and lost none. Terry Bradshaw, 4 rings, lost none. That's all I'm saying. So when you use the word dominant and best in the nation, okay, so let's see. So it's like this. Ohio State could be beat. But when Bama was great, there was not a team in the nation that could compete with them. But there were games that we lost. Okay? We lost to Texas A&M. We lost to Ole Miss twice back to back. We lost to them in Oxford, and they came to Tuscaloosa and beat us. We lost to LSU, turned around, played them in the national championship game, and completely annihilated them. We lost, but we lost to them. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with that word dominant. I told y'all from the jump, when Georgia went 15-0, Georgia played dominant football week in and week out. But you can begin to see, even after that last championship, that last natty that they won, the next year they came out, that dominant defense was not there, and it has not been there since. That's what I mean by dominant, because you can be beat. I'm going to say this too, Brandon, and I hope you agree with me here. But one of the reasons Georgia went 15-0 that year is because they didn't have to play Alabama, because Georgia has a Bama problem. I'm just saying now. So that will be careful with that word dominant. Be careful with that word dynasty. Be careful. Be careful with that word dominant and dynasty, because that word is being floated around and being flung out there like nobody's business now. And I'm telling you, dominant, when I look at the word dominant, it just simply means that ability and to just take over a game from start to finish, and nobody comes close to beating you. Nobody. That's what Georgia did that last championship that they won. Nobody even came close to beating them. Nobody. That's domination. Bama, the year that they, when they in that COVID year, that's dominance. That was dominance. Just saying. So, you know, yeah, dominant is actually a long-term thing. And I understand what Brandon is saying. I got you on that. But when you say that they won't reach that again, well, this is a new year. It remains to be seen. Just got to be careful of that word, how we use it. That's all I'm saying. Be careful of how we use that word. Because what if Bama comes in and runs the table? Will they still not be dominant? What's up, Anitra? What's up, OG Gill? And there's Carla. Now that y'all, no, I ain't gonna start. But anyway, I'm just saying, awesome interview today with Coach Deboer. Man, that was just totally awesome. I loved it. And you know, some people say I don't, you know, some people are not into that. I am. I want to hear what you have to say. And Roman Harper was pretty spot on, but we also have to remember Roman Harper just wasn't speaking from an aspect of just a football player, but Roman Harper is an alumnus of Alabama. So, yeah, those guys want to see their guys do good. They want to see that, and they're expecting that. Yeah, KT, go back and watch it. To me, he did not shy away from anything. He didn't shy away from anything. You know, he just did. He did. He answered the questions. He talked about the fact that the standard what is still in place, and he recognizes and he understands what the standard is. And he also understood the fact that sometimes in transition, things happen. You know, yeah, yeah. And he said that too, KT, about the demanding of responses. He understands that. He understands the fact that we that you know at Double L wanting championships at Alabama. He brought that up. He understands that. So they're working towards that. They're working towards it. Yeah, Bama in 25. The end. You got if I'm telling y'all now, one thing that you can do is that if you go to YouTube, look up the Miller's Edge. Actually, Coach Deboer yesterday gave part of his speech for today. He talked about it on the Miller's Edge. And then today on the SEC Media Day, he went into a lot of detail. Then when they had him on the set, so if you're going to watch it on the set, I mean on the SEC network, you're going to be watching a while. Also pay attention to Deontay Lawson and Caden Proctor. Pay attention to their interview. I'm just saying. I got you, JB. I mean, I got you, and I respect that. I respect that. But I believe that but Coach DeBoer even said that too. He talked about that very thing, about taking it from words and putting action to it. See, so he's covering bases. He's covering bases, and he knows what has to be done. And so I'm taking it at for what he said, and I'm just believing that it's going to be more than just words. He realizes that it's got to be action. And so he knows what to do. Me too, Double A. Me too. That's my opinion. He knocked it out the park. I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you this. I'll offer this challenge to anybody. Today's Wednesday. Go back and watch Mondays and Tuesdays edition of the SEC Media Day. Go watch Monday, go watch Tuesday, and then watch the first part of today's, and go back and tell me the difference. Show me the difference. I caught it right off the bat. Well, Brandon, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. No. I beg to differ. I'm not saying Bama won't win a natty under DeBoer because he's a good coach. Just will not be the best or second best year second best year in and year out like under Saban. Okay. You can't compare times, Brandon. You can't compare times. It's a thing called parity. Other teams are getting better. They're getting better. Now, when this COVID thing, some of this now, you have to give it to COVID. When they granted eligibility, this, that, and the third, that's when some of these players started playing 5, 6, and 7 years. You got to factor that in. And so that, that made some difference. When that begins to taper off, Brandon, I believe that that's when you're going to begin to see the ship begin to level. Now, I'm going back to like what I told some folks, but recruiting has a lot to do with it. And Georgia's recruiting heavily. Ohio State's recruiting heavily. Oregon's recruiting heavily. Michigan doing the doggone thing. See, so Bama has a lot of competition going. Okay? See, so it's still the The game has to be won, lost on the field, but it just know parity has a lot to do with it. You have to play with the hand that's dealt you. And like what Coach Deboer said, the fire has to be there. So it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. You just got to make sure you run your race, do your thing, and then let it go from there. So I believe we're going to be fine. Now, will we be undefeated? Time will tell. I don't know. Heck, if I know, I don't know. But I do believe we'll be in the playoffs this year. I also believe, and you know what? I'm going to tell you this, and this I'm just saying this to everybody. Out of all of this hype that they're giving Texas, out of all of this hype that they're giving Arch Manning, and yes, Arch Manning threw for over 900 yards last year coming off the bench. I got that, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, every team still fears those two famous words, roll tide. And they know, no matter, yeah, we finished 9-4 last year, but in the back of their mind, they know that ain't going to hold up. That will not hold up. They know that there's somewhere along the line, Bama is going to make that comeback. For saying now, they know that they're not going to stay 9-4, 8-4, 7-5, this, that, and the third. People with good common sense know that that's foolish. That's still foolish talk. Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. If you go back in the day, I'm gonna pull this team, and some of y'all that's real football watchers from back in the gap, and this is not even gonna be about Bama. Can somebody tell me when Jimmy Johnson left Miami, what happened? What happened? Dude by the name of who came in? What's his name? Larry Coker. And did the doggone thing. And Miami is one of the only schools who could give Alabama a run for its money if you started putting classic teams together, and especially position-wise. Miami just as dominant as Alabama. But they had their down periods, they had their ups and downs. And that's what Kalen Deboer talked about today, the ups, the downs, the peaks, the valleys, everything. But that's all a part of the game. So how you respond to it, that's what makes you who you are. And so I think Bama's going to be fine. Bama's going to be okay. And August the 30th, y'all, that's when we're going to see. Just saying, hey, good morning, Angela. Thank you, JB. Wait a minute, JB, can I ask you something? And I need you, wait a minute, right here. JB, when Coker got in there that first year, did they win that netty that first year that he got in? Just answer that one right quick, JB. I know, man, the chat rolling again, man. I love our chat. Man, that chat be rolling like the rip. But when did he win it in year 2 though? Because didn't he lose to Penn State? Did he lose to Penn State? But didn't he win it in year 2? Yeah, he won it in year 2. He won it in year 2. Coker was, and you know what? Coker wasn't even in the same, when it comes down to personality, it was like the difference between daylight and dark when it came to between him and Jimmy Johnson. But he was trash every year after that. Let me see. You had Coker. Then you had Erickson. Yeah, Coker, Eric, or was it Erickson and then Coker? I can't remember. But I'm gonna put it to you like this. I don't know about all that, Brandon. Miami always stayed hanging around. They did. Now, they ran into Penn State. I know one year Penn State beat them. And I can't remember who else beat them. How was he trash after that when he was a senior? I don't know, man. But all I know, no, I was thinking about Larry Coker, JB, Larry Coker. Okay, to Ohio State, and then I know Penn State beat them one year, but Miami was always around. That's the point that I'm making. That's the point that I'm making. Miami was still around. They were still somewhere in the mix. They, Erickson was there before Coker. Erickson is late 80s and early 90s. Okay. Coker won a championship though. Coker was 2001. But let me ask you this. Who was dominant? Who was one of the most dominant teams? Miami. So all of your good teams go through it. That's the point that I'm making. All your good teams. All right. I will show you a contrast and a comparison. See, you're talking about dominance. Let's look at Penn State. Yeah, Miami was Big East back when with Jimmy Johnson. Exactly. Miami ran. I'm so. Thank you, Dwight. I'm just engaging in conversation because I'm happy with Coach Deboer. I'm happy. I'm happy. But like I keep saying, you can't compare seasons. You can't compare situations. You can't compare coaches. You can't compare one girlfriend to another girlfriend, one husband to another husband, one wife to another wife. That's why they call them exes. You just kind of get tired of it. The only thing I've been doing is just showing them that life goes on. This ain't the first time a coach done struggled in year one. And it won't be the last one. I'm going to say this. I don't mean no harm. I've seen marriages struggle in year 10. You got to hang in there. Got to hang in there. I understand. And we all love Coach Saban. But wait a minute. I'm going to say this. I was back with Bear Bryant. Okay? That's who I grew up under. That's how I came to love Alabama. And not too many times do you hear me bring up Coach Bryant. See, so before when Saban was at Fairmont State, I was liking Coach Bryant. I was liking Alabama when Saban was in West Virginia. That's the one thing me and Coach Saban have in common. We're both from West Virginia. But I don't bring up Coach Bryant. So now we have Coach Deboer. Okay, he went 9-4. This is a brand new year. Let's get it. So, and furthermore, since we want to bring up Coach Saban started what? 7-6. Coach Deboer, 9-4. Then the other part, Dwight brought this up the other day, and I'm gonna be through with the topic. I'm done with it. And here's the other thing: you can't compare the situation because Coach Saban came in. Alabama was in a mess. Alabama was in a mess, and he put the ship on right. he put the ship in the right direction. I'm just saying. And so there came a point. There came a time that Coach Saban said, enough is enough. And then while we on that subject, and please stop this foolishness about him coming back. Okay, ladies, help me out. If you love your husband and you know the stress and the strain of some stuff, I think that wife gonna have a whole heck of a lot to say about whether that husband makes a comeback or not. And I think Miss Terry's standing on business. You see Nick doing just what he's doing now. So stop this foolishness about him coming back. Roll Tide, Ephraim. I'm just saying now. And then, so, and you know what? He won. Okay, and about that natty at LSU, he won that one natty, didn't win again, went took that job in Miami with the Dolphins, stayed there for a few years, got on TV, because when the job came open at Bama, I'm going to be here for be the coach of the Miami Dolphins, blah, 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 and the rest is history. And then he gets off the plane. Hey, everybody loves Ebony. What's up, Ebony? And the rest is history. So it's 10:48 a.m. Central Standard Time here in Mississippi on 7/16/2025 in the year of our Lord. I need the following names. Y'all help me out here. I need the following names to please chill. Please chill with Nick Saban. Please chill with Jalen Milroe. Please chill with 2024. Please chill. Let's embrace this season. We have a game August the 30th, 2025, in the year of our Lord. That opponent is Florida State. Our coach is Kalen Deboer, and whoever the quarterback is, it doesn't matter, because I am for who's for right now. Can I get a Roll Tide from somebody that's ready to put last year behind you? We don't have the SEC me today. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'll probably watch it from, a little bit, and all that kind of stuff. And also, and let me tell you something else. And quit bringing up Caleb Downs. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I almost cussed right there. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying now. Ooh. Governor, you might have to come get me. Dwight, you might have to come get me. I'm trying my best to hold my cool, because I'm tired. See, when you live that kind of stuff and you lived in the shadow of somebody else, that don't feel good. It don't feel good. But we can't celebrate what's new and blah, 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 blah. I'm tired, man. So, y'all forgive me. Y'all, I'm just, man. Anyway, some folks you can't, and I'm not saying, but you get tired of listening to it. You get tired of hearing it. I'm tired of listening to it. If people don't want to hear me no more, that's cool, fine. People say they love KD, and then we fall 76 season, get him out of here. Blah, 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 blah. This, that, and the third. Man finished 9-4. And we still talking about 9-4, and instead of embracing 0-0, everybody else is embracing 0-0, and we still embracing damn 9-4. What the hell we got going? Y'all forgive me. But see, I can't take that, Well, like I said, when you live through it, when you live through that kind of stuff, and in life, you get tired of living in somebody's shadow. Coach Deboer, all right with me. He good with me. 9-4, 13-0, 15-0, whatever. We knew that somewhere along the line, a transition had to take place of a harsh kind. It happened. Now let's just pray and let's just get it, saying that we're going to get it together this year. Because the last I checked, doggone it, we're doing pretty good in recruiting. We didn't lose nobody in the transfer portal. That's a blessing. That's a plus. So we're headed in the right direction. Let's leave 9-4 behind us. Let's leave Coach Saban at the ESPN desk. We've got to go. He still has an office there. He's a consultant, getting paid $500,000 a year. And Caleb Downs, Caleb is at OSU. Roy Dale is at FSU. Justice Haynes is at Michigan. They are where they want to be. Let's focus on the cats that stayed. Okay, ran over. I'm done. I mean, and Double A, you right. But doggone. Let me get me some water. This might be one of them times, Double A, the Lord might need to turn my water into wine so I can be quiet. I ain't lying. Because some of these Bama fans are a trip. All I know is, Stephen Hicks, all I know is August the 30th. That's all I know. We got FSU. And I don't care if it's Ty Simpson, Marge Simpson, Homer Simpson, Bart Simpson. Somebody going to quarterback the Alabama Crimson Tide. That's all I know. I would say OJ, but he gone wherever. He gone home to be with the Lord, I guess. I hope so. But anyway, it don't make no difference to me. Great interview, Coach Deboer. Great interview, Deontay Lawson. Deontay Lawson talked about the fact that just coming back from injury, and he said he's going to be ready to go. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. He's going to be ready to go, and he's looking forward. Caden Proctor, great interview. Happy for our guys. Proud of our guys. And those, it is what it is. It is what it is. Exactly. So y'all forgive me. I just can't stand when we can't embrace new stuff. When we don't even try to embrace it. We always living in the past. Leave the past alone. That's where it is. It's in the past. Y'all forget. I'm sorry, y'all, but I just can't stand that. But I'm just saying, we got to stop this, man. August the 30th is coming. And so if we get there and we beat Florida State, anyway, great interview. I'm done. Great interview. Anybody else got any questions? Because I got to find the I'm gonna go back to SEC Media Day and all that good stuff. And I want to find what Deontay Lawson, Tim Keenan, because they did interview Caden Proctor and they interviewed Deontay Lawson. I want to find out what Tim Keenan had to say. And then we just may get back on here later on and just shoot the breeze for a minute. But I just wanted to I'm excited about our team, man. I'm excited about our team, man. And I'm excited about what's happening this year. Now, some people might not want to share in that excitement, and that's perfectly fine. But don't kill another person's vibe because you don't believe. Don't kill another person's vibe because you see things different. We're not going to kill your vibe. We're not going to do it. But don't kill another person's vibe. And then the other part, well, maybe I shouldn't have used that word, but I ain't for all the snowflake stuff. Either way it goes, unalive, killed, morphine in them, and this, that, and the third. Alabama's going to be all right. Okay, Alabama's going to be fine. I'm just one of these guys where I am who I am, but bringing up the past all the time, shucks. I can see why some folks' relationships don't work. You ain't got over what done happened to you 15 years ago. You better go somewhere and get you some therapy. I mean, come on now. Nothing. Let me be quiet. So anyway, JB, all I know is Buster still need a job. Billy's still too short to play basketball. 3-stroke Charlie still need to go see the doctor. All that good stuff, golly. It's just too many problems in the world. Just too many problems. And everybody focusing on the problem, and don't nobody want to be part of the solution. All he's saying, but Stephen, some people, just the cap thing, we learned that, and I know you have, bro. But just I know you passionate and everything, but sometimes that cap thing, some people do get offended by that and everything. And I know you have I understand that we got you, and we're not saying don't be passionate, but we're just saying that just you lowercase, you lowercase, And hey, and Steven, I'm gonna tell you what. You might want to save them caps. Because I got some Michigan friends coming, and that's not who you want to save your caps for. Okay? I'm telling you now, I got some Michigan friends coming. Can I show them what I see when people say saving that? Go ahead, Dwight. Show them. Hit it one more time. Wait a minute. Hold on. The next time. Just hit it one more time, Dwight. That's not the size of when I hear when I hear 2024, just remember that caption. When I hear Coach Saban, just remember that caption. When I hear Jalen Milroe, that's it. When I get Caleb Down, Roydell Williams, when we played against USF and all that good stuff, but one more time for me, Dwight. One more time. All this negativity. This is what I want. This is my expression. This is my answer right here. There you have it, folks. I'm just saying, man. That's it. All I'm gonna say is this right. Let's put it all behind us. If you're ready for Bama football, the 2025, 2026 version of it, you know what? I ain't gonna ask you to do something I ain't finna do myself. Here we go. Can I get a roll tide? It's that time. It's that time. It's that time. It's that time. Yeah. And Dwight, I need you to keep that one. And I need you to also find the Charlie Brown school teacher. I want to hear wah, 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 wah. Let's just learn how to start saying roll tide. Roll tide. Let's forget all that other stuff, what I just said. It's time to start focusing on August the doggone 30th. That's what we need to focus on. We got Florida State.
Roll Tide.
There you go. That's what I want to hear. Roll Tide. That's what I need to hear. KT, thank you. I'm gonna be on the scene. The Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'm gonna be on the scene. But if some of these folks don't stop, I'm just gonna have to give them the old goat. But you know what though? Dwight, I'm gonna tell you another one. It just hit me too. When you threw old boy up there, I ain't talking about Jalen Milroe. I'm talking about the GOAT there. I'll tell you something. I need that GOAT from the Affleck commercial when he get up there talking about nah. That's my dude there, man. I love the GOAT. I love the GOAT from Affleck. That dude, the man, that GOAT something serious. But when that GOAT goes, today, double A, excuse me, Ephraim, today. Today is Alabama versus the world. I just want people to have a good time. That's all we're saying. Have a good time. But don't bring up this stuff about the past. Now, because listen, I'm still gonna say. Now, this is where the controversy comes in. I have not changed my tune at all about who's the king of the SEC right now. It is Georgia. Bama haven't won anything. Ain't won a thing. We got to get back to the winning ways. I don't want our championship just to be able to say, well, we beat Georgia, but we didn't play for an SEC championship. Because that's something else Coach Deboer sort of alluded to. We know what to stand. We know what we got to do. So I want us to do more than beat Georgia. I want us to beat whomever we need to play in the SEC championship game. I want to go to the college football playoffs this year. I don't want to just go to some little bowl game, and that's not to knock the bowl game. I want to go to the college football playoffs. That's where the rubber meets the road. So I'm just saying. Okay. All right, Bam in 25. I got you. I'm just saying, man. I'm ready to move on. Yeah, it's going to be exciting, Bam. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. And guess what? And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So if I offended anybody, it's not to offend. I'm just ready to move on from the past. I'm ready to embrace the future, embrace the right now, and let's move on. It's just time. So with that being said, I think I'm going to give me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think that's what I'm going to do. That makes me feel better. A good old PB&J sandwich. But I don't like smooth peanut butter. I want mine with I like mine crunchy with some grape jelly. That's right. Yep. Bama 25, she said yummy. Oh, you got that right. But if that don't work, I go get me some fried chicken. Apple jelly, that'll work too. I get you, KT. Grape jelly, apple jelly, strawberry. It don't make no difference to me. I just have to have some jelly on my peanut butter. That's all. Yeah, I didn't. But like I said, but the real place is right up the street. So I'm, water, Ephraim, water. Oh, I got you, Brandon. We know. We just won't. Oh, and you know what, Brandon? I got you. But when I hear certain talk, and you got to remember something. This particular platform that I have Okay, I have this here, and I'm on other platforms, but I'm also in other chat groups, and you wouldn't believe the hate, the hatred, brother, that comes concerning these guys right here. And I'm going to say this. I know it, KT, but I'm going to say this too, Brandon. I'm going to say this. And Piano Man is old enough to understand, but ain't nobody going to come beat me up. So that ain't even got to happen. But some of this hatred has nothing to do with football. Okay? I love the Lord, all that kind of stuff. But some of this hatred has nothing to do with football. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and say it. Some of this hatred has something to do, it has a whole lot of racial overtones to it. And when you sit back and you listen to somebody long enough, oh, you know what time it is. And so guess what Piano Man does? I don't run from it. I address it. I address it. That's why I'm saying, part of the reason why I'm saying, let's leave these folks' names out of our mouths now. It's 2025 season. If you still hung up on, and then they'll say, well, I didn't mean it like that. Well, what did you mean? What did you mean? Explain it to me. I'm like my daddy, God rest his soul. Baby, ray it to me. What did you mean? And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Time to move on. This is the 21st century, and we still acting like we in the 19th century. The devil is a lie. That's why Piano Man is passionate about leaving stuff where it is and leaving it in the past. But if you don't want Piano Man to say anything about it, then don't you say nothing about it. I'm not talking to you, Brandon. I'm talking you in general, just general use. Because let me drink me some water. I'm going to see if you can turn it into wine yet. Still water. Still water. Hate the squirrel peanut butter. What? Come on, Ephraim. All I'm saying is, everybody, it's time to, we're on the new season. Our coach has spoken. No, Ephraim. No. Look him. Long run family. What you say, Fingers? What the business is? Let me tell you something, family. If you gonna bring me a soda, don't you fit it in your hand. Don't even put the thought in your brain to bring me a Coke Zero, Sprite Zero, Dr. Pepper Zero, Fanta Zero, Fanta Grape Zero, Orange Zero, anything. You bring me, look at him. You bring me a drink with some numbers in it, like +1, +2, +8, 50, 100, infinity. Look at him. What's up, Big G? Big dogs got to eat. What the business is. Let me tell you something. And when you're making me some sweet tea, this for everybody in the chat. If you're making me some sweet tea, you put enough sugar in there until you hear the Lord say, well done. That's what I'm saying. And he ain't going to stop with no one cup either. I'm just saying, don't give me no Sprite Zero. Give me some Sprite with some numbers in it. Don't give me no Coke Zero. Don't even bring me no Gatorade Zeros. Just talking about zero sugar. I want some sugar in my drink. That's right. I'm drinking enough water as it is. You can't sweeten water. But if you're going to sweeten it, put some little lemonade packets in there, and we're going to call it a day. I know the difference. Yes, I do. Man, I'm 63 years old. You going to tell me I don't know the difference? I know the difference. Shucks. I know the difference. I know the difference between regular sugar and Splenda. I know the difference. I know the difference between regular Mountain Dew and diet Mountain Dew. I know the difference. You can't fool Piano Man. Can't fool me. I've been drinking too long. That didn't come out right. I, I, I've been at this too long. I know what it's supposed to taste like. Okay, that didn't quite come. I'm sorry, America. I'm sorry, but that, you know, don't bring me no diet nothing. No Diet Coke. There you go. That right there. You got to hear quietly whisper, diabetes. Wait, wait. I remember a few years ago, God rest Coach Ron, my old basketball coach. I saw him. I said, Coach, how you doing? Coach said, well, you know, I got the sugar. I said, you got the what? Them old folks didn't say the diabetes. They say the diabetes. And then they'll say, I got the sugar. Oh, man. Yeah. You can't have sugar, my guy. Yes, I can, and I will. You wait till I hang up from this. You wait till this call is over. I mean, you wait till this program over. I know it. I'm just saying, man. Talking about I can't have no sugar. I'll have me some sugar. Sure is. Mm-hmm. I want sugar on. I look here. I want sugar on my cornflakes, my Rice Krispies. I want sugar, cornflakes, the Rice Krispies, Special K. I don't want no Splendor. That's Splendor. That's dangerous. My doctors even tell you, man, we're going to have you some regular sugar. That other stuff dangerous. Give me the regular thing. No, I got to the sugar. You got me over here in these folks, waiting room trying not to holler. Yeah, that's what my coach said, Fager. I got the sugar. Y'all, I'm sorry. Oh no, I don't put no sugar on no grits now. Sugar don't go on grits. Salt and pepper and some good butter. That would go on grits. Yes, fingers up with I saw my old basketball coach. I said, hey, what's up, coach? He said, I've been hanging in there. He said, but you know, I got the sugar. I said, you got the what? I got the sugar. I started when he said that, I started to go get a bowl of cereal and was like, put me a little bit on my cereal there, coach. Yeah, buddy. But anyway, y'all, but we had to end on a laugh. I got the sugar. Our coach has spoken. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Cracklings and all that good stuff. Ooh, whoa. I love me some crackling cornbread too, fingers. That's some good eating. See, don't come around my. If you say, look at him. If you say you come into my house and everything, and you want Piano Man and family to cook for you, just get ready for some real down home eat. Now, are we healthy around here? Yeah, we are. Do we believe in eating healthy? We do, and we do. But ever so often, I'm gonna eat me some crackling cornbread and some collard green, mustard green, turnip green with some, neck bone and all kind of stuff. I'm a country boy, and I don't shy from that. Okay, now I do eat healthy because when I'm filled up on a good salad, especially spinach, I love spinach and everything. I make me a spinach salad. That's it. That's all I probably eat. but I'm gonna eat me some green cornbread. Put them in a bowl, crumble that cornbread up, and I might just, there you go. just bake my chicken. If I want baked chicken, I'll give me some baked chicken. I'll bake it. I'll grill it. But when I want it fried, I'm going to fry it. It's called balance. You don't eat it every day. It's called balance. It is what it is. I don't want baked chicken every day. I don't want baked fish every day. I don't want fried chicken every day. I don't want fried fish every day. I want some squirrel. I eat some squirrel and rabbit every now and then. You know, so I ain't got time to explain that crackling thing. Put it like this. Real pork skins and some cornbread. That's what that is. That's what that is. Yeah, buddy. So you know you done have some, you done been, that what me and Bama Nick be talking about all the time. Eat some good crackling cornbread. Ain't nothing like it. Just come out the stove. Whoa. Cause Southern, and that's tailgate eating right there, man. That's right. But anyway, our coach has spoken. Our coach has spoken. I'm going to end it on this because I might have to put this on the short somewhere. Our coach has spoken. Our coach is confident. I believe our team is confident. Now it's time for the fan base to be confident. I'm just saying. So let's and he also said today, 2 weeks they hit that field. Beginning of the 2 days and the how many of however they do it. However Coach Deboer does it is all right with me. But I believe we're going to have a good season. But our coach has spoken. And I believe that Bama Nation is going to be made proud this year. And so let's put all this past stuff behind us. Honest to goodness, with that fingers, McElroy really didn't say that. When you go back and listen to the crux of his interview, he said that it was implied. What's up? What's up, B Sharp? B Sharp, it's time to go get some lunch, man. I'm going to get me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Be sharp, everybody. That's the man right there. Yeah, he said that he had heard that. And people took it that Greg McElroy said that. But if you were listening, if you were listening to Kirby Smart yesterday, Kirby Smart went on to say, oh, somebody must have been really bored around here for them to start that. And then he went on to say, the boss is not gonna let him come back. And everybody knows who the boss is. Yeah. So and then furthermore, 70. And I'm gonna put it to you this way. Don't let that Belichick thing over there in North Carolina fool you. Belichick is there for a reason. And here in the next little bit, you'll see what that reason is for. And just remember, Piano Man said it. I'm without saying it, because see, some stuff just take time. But you'll see what that's all about. And if you were keeping up with it, you'll see what that was all about. So don't the Belichick thing, nah, that's not all. Don't eat anything fried. Oh, bro, you did good. You did good. What I was able to catch, because I had some church stuff to do and everything, which I will be doing the rest of the week. But you did good, B Sharp. Man, don't you ever apologize. Yeah, he did say that. He said that. I was listening to him. Kirby Smart did a great interview yesterday. And I love what Kirby said. It's like this generation, a lot of these players don't want to be coached. They don't want to be disciplined. They don't want nobody telling them what to do. They just want they just comfortable at $200,000 and $300,000. They comfortable and don't want to go any further. The two best defensive minds in college football together again? Nah. Because you also have to remember, you also have to remember that when Bill Belichick got ready to come in, he consulted Nick Saban about it. Remember that now. Remember that. So if anyway, I'm just gonna leave that alone. Just remember that. So, but I'm gonna take what Kirby said concerning Nick Saban, and that's what I'm gonna go by. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's gonna happen. I think somebody was bored. They started a rumor and they got what they want: clicks, likes, views, and all that good stuff. So, with that being said, he's right though. These are some soft, light, that stuff you find in diapers. Yep. And I ain't talking about the jelly part of it. I'm talking about the part that it's the purpose of a diaper. So it is what it is. So anyway, everybody, it's going to show for today. Forgive me for going on my rant earlier, but I'm just tired of all this past talk. Let's get what to get. Embrace the future, No, and Brandon, that's what the crazy part is. That's what the crazy part is, Brandon. Coach Saban ain't said a word. Not one word. And all of this hoopla, that's why I said, man, that was part of my rant. Even with that, when we gonna let this man rest? When we gonna let him rest? When we gonna continue to let him be great? Let him continue to be great on ESPN. I'm gonna see if he's gonna win. If he done won an Emmy, I'm gonna see if he's gonna win an ESPY. If he win an ESPY, why would he want to come back to? He done won an Emmy, and he might win an ESPY. He won an Emmy and an ESPY, and you want him back in football? Man, sit down. Okay, cool. Exactly, Double A. And tomorrow, he said he's gonna do. B Sharp is gonna be doing a show recapping SEC Media Days. Cool. Let's just remember that. I'm gonna be back on in the morning, at 8. At 8 a.m. Getting ready for the last days of it, but mostly Alabama. Cool. That's all I did today. B Sharp was Alabama. I didn't even watch Jeff Lebby. I'm not even going to watch Billy Napier or Brent Venables and everything. I'm not going to do that. I mostly did Bama, and I'm excited about what I hear and everything. Is just time to move on. And Double A said, Chris, yeah, that's right. That's right, Double A. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. So, but mostly Alabama. What time, B Sharp? What time? Again, y'all, please forgive me for my rant earlier. But when just all this Saban talk, all this Muro talk, all this past talk, and everything, I just kind of had a flashback there, and I just don't be digging it. I just don't be digging it. So, y'all forgive me, please. But I'm just standing on what I'm standing on. That I just believe in respecting what your present is about. I've been through enough bad stuff in my own life, and to be relishing on what happened back when I seem to can't celebrate and appreciate what's happening now. DSGB84, what's up, man? Hey, DSGB, hey, man, thank you for alerting me that Coach Deboer was even on. They did it different today. They sure did. They did it different. Oh, and this is what I was about to say, too. If anybody watched it, did you notice all of the theme that even after Coach Deboer got through being interviewed and they was talking to him at the podium, they started talking about the GM and this and bringing up Courtney Morgan and the dad. I was going to say this. It goes to show you how important Alabama is. Alabama seems like they're always cutting edge, man. Cutting edge. And things that they do. So for people to put us down and this, that, and the third, it's mighty funny that today they talked about Alabama like they didn't listen. Everybody else that was before Coach Deboer today, they did not get that same attention like Coach Deboer and Alabama did today. I'm just going to go on and say it. I'm just going to go and put it on out there. So I'm standing on, but thank you, Double A. But I'm just standing on how I feel. I'm standing on what I believe. That's how I see it. So I'm not just for Alabama, but I'm for what's right all the way. And what's wrong, I don't stand on wrong. I stand on what's right. 12 toes and 15 fingers. I stand on what's right. I'm going to stand on what's right. So people don't like that, well, then get on down. I'm still going to stand on what's right. And that's that. Like I said, 12 toes and 15 fingers, you know. And that's how that's running. So y'all just, now you know where Piano Man stand. I don't be wanting to hear it. And it's called, I'm telling you a story. I was in a relationship once, and you ain't got to, but I'm just saying, I'm just using this as an analogy. I was in a relationship once, and all she kept doing was her past, the past, what the other guy did this, that, and the third, until I got tired of listening to it. That's how that goes. Then they said that I used that as a reason to break up. No, they used it as a reason to break up, but they just drove me to that point. So the point of the matter is that when God has blessed you to move on, no, things may not be the way that they were, either negative or positive, but you embrace it. And that what you don't like and everything, you get with them and you change it. And together you can build something beautiful. But if you steadily bringing up what a person did or what a person didn't do in a previous relationship, ain't nobody going to get anywhere. That's all Piano Man is saying. And we always bringing up the past. I ain't going to bring up those names again, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Give Ty Simpson a chance. Let him do his thing. Give Austin Mack a chance. Give Keelan Russell a chance. Give him a chance. Whomever the quarterback is, because that's what they were saying. Whomever it is, it's going to be okay. Congratulations, DSG, 23 in the Navy. Ankles away, my friend. Yeah, buddy. All right. Well, it's peanut butter and jelly time for me. I retired 15 years ago. Just make sure you're ready. Exactly, Ephraim. Exactly. So, yeah, congratulations, DSG. And now if you're getting ready to do that thing, brother, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Follow the leading of the Lord. Follow your heart. And you know what your mind and what your body's saying. You know what it's saying. We've all been there. So, so it's time. It's time. Okay. All right, everybody. Piano Man got to go. I'm getting hungry. The sugar done kicked in. For those of you that don't know, I am diabetic and everything. I'm diabetic and everything, and I got to be careful with all that. And so I have not eaten anything this morning, and so I feel it now. So they all said stay away from fried food, and so I'm gonna stay away from fried food, and I'm gonna find me some air fried. There you go. There you go. But anyway, shout out to all content creators and podcasters everywhere. Listen, our content is being recognized. Our voices are being heard. Our faces are being remembered. Keep doing your thing. Keep your head to the sky. As I always say, no sense in being jealous of another content creator or podcaster. This kitchen is big enough for everybody to cook in. And at the end of the day, everybody eats. That's what it's all about. Everybody eating. So keep doing you. Keep doing what you do. Hang on in there. The best is yet to come. And I may not see you personally today or tomorrow, but I will see you in the long run. Now, before I go to my next part, let's continue to keep those in Central Texas out there by Michelle and those in Washington State with the possibility of Mount Rainier supposed to be doing this thing, but we know God has everything under control. But pray for those flood victims in Central Texas. Pray for your world. Pray for America, in the United States of America. Just pray. That's the best thing to do is pray. Oh yeah, I'm gonna toast that bread, sister. My God, today I'm gonna toast it. And but I may not see you personally today or tomorrow, but I will see you in the long run. Don't forget, B Sharp's going to be on tomorrow night with the Sharpshooters Sports Talk. Let's be in tune. But until tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern. Everybody, West Texas, you know what time it is. God bless. Have a good day. Oh, one last thing. One more thing. Hold it. Wait a minute. Where is it? What I do with it? Well, I done put it down somewhere. Don't forget, this is what I have to do. Don't forget, at some point in your life, always learn, make people throw in the towel. FSU, you first. So remember, you're going to throw that towel in on August 30th. So here we go. God bless. Have a great day. Forget them trees, them hedges too. Listen, and everybody that plays Bama, forget all that. Y'all ain't going to beat us. We're here. Roll Tide. Okay, and also remember, Florida State, you first. You first. And Buster, get a job. 3-stroke Charlie, still got a problem. Billy, you still too short to play basketball. I'll see you later. Until in the morning. What's up, Mr. P? What's going on? Oh, yeah, I just told Buster, get a job. It ain't gonna that what you're trying to do, that's not gonna happen until you get some money in your pocket. Okay? So you gotta get some money in your pocket. Get a job, Buster. 3-stroke Charlie, you got a problem. Billy, you still too short to play basketball, player. I'm just saying. But until tomorrow, Mr. P, we got to get together, bro, so you can come on the show. All right? So your panhandling don't work. It runs out sooner or later because pretty soon somebody catches on to your scheme. So anyway, but roll tide, everybody. And whomever your team is, represent your team. Be passionate about your team. Forget about yesterday. Everybody's 0-0. It's time to get the party started. I think y'all's here is coming. FSU, you first. So roll tide, and the Lord willing, creek don't rise. I will see you all tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, July the 17th, in the year of our Lord, 2025. Hey, peace, roll tide. See y'all tomorrow.